Hello, dear friends. We are just starting our journey, and from the bottom of our hearts, we ask you to join us along the way. Our goal goes beyond just a simple channel. We plan to dedicate a portion of our future earnings to charitable and humanitarian causes. Your opinions matter to us, and every piece of feedback will be a huge help in improving and growing. If you enjoy our content, please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share them with your friends. With your support, we can build a brighter future together.
15. Queen Mary I, Bloody Mary. Queen Mary I, known for her severe religious persecutions, was born in 1516 in England and ruled from 1553 to 1558. A staunch Catholic, she attempted to revert England back to Catholicism after years of Protestant rule. During her short reign, hundreds of Protestants were burned at the stake for heresy. Death toll. Approximately 300 Protestants were executed during her religious persecutions. Reasons for atrocities. Her actions were driven by intense religious fanaticism and a desire to restore Catholicism in England. 14. Robert Mugabe. Robert Mugabe, the leader of Zimbabwe from 1980 to 2017, was initially regarded as a liberation hero, but quickly turned into a ruthless dictator. His policies, including the seizure of white-owned farms, plunged the country into economic collapse. Thousands of political opponents were killed or disappeared at the hands of security forces. Death toll. Between 10,000 and 30,000 people were killed. Reasons for atrocities. His desire to maintain power and suppress political dissent led to widespread atrocities. 13. Francisco Franco. Francisco Franco, the dictator of Spain from 1939 to 1975, established his regime through military force and brutally suppressed political and cultural opponents over the years. After winning the Spanish Civil War, he established a repressive and authoritarian government that severely restricted political freedoms. Death toll. Between 100,000 and 200,000 people were killed during Franco's rule. Reasons for atrocities. Franco resorted to widespread repression to maintain power and combat the influence of communism and other opposing movements. 12. Idi Amin, the dictator of Uganda from 1971 to 1979, is infamous for his brutal crimes. He maintained his power through violence and ruthless repression, resulting in the deaths of over 300,000 political opponents, minorities, and even innocent civilians. Death toll. Between 300,000 and 500,000 people were killed. Reasons for atrocities. His fear of coups and desire to retain power led to widespread and brutal repression of his opponents. 11. Robespierre. Maximilien Robespierre, one of the key leaders of the French Revolution and a principal architect of the Reign of Terror, was born in 1758. During the Terror, he used the guillotine to execute thousands, believing that to protect the French Revolution, all enemies and dissenters must be eliminated. Death toll. Approximately 17,000 people were executed during the Reign of Terror. Reasons for atrocities. Robespierre believed that the revolution's achievements needed to be defended through the severe punishment of opponents. 10. Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan, 1162–1227, the founder of the Mongol Empire and one of history's most ruthless conquerors, expanded his territory from East Asia to Europe using brutal tactics and widespread slaughter. His violent methods in capturing cities and instilling terror among his enemies resulted in the deaths of millions. Death toll. Approximately 40 million people were killed during the Mongol invasions. Reasons for atrocities. Genghis Khan employed violence to expand his empire and instill fear in his enemies. 9. Nero, the Roman emperor from 54 to 68 AD, is known for his brutal crimes and excesses. He executed many people in Rome and persecuted Christians, often using them as scapegoats for various problems. He is also believed to be responsible for the Great Fire of Rome, which resulted in widespread destruction. Death toll: thousands, especially Christians, were killed during Nero's reign. Reasons for atrocities: Nero sought to maintain absolute power and eliminate opposition through terror and brutality. I am here again, dear friends. We're glad you've been with us so far. Now it's your turn. What do you think about this video? We're eager to read your comments and learn from your valuable opinions. So be sure to share your thoughts with us in the comments. We're looking forward to hearing from you. 8. Pol Pot. Pol Pot, the leader of the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, 1975 to 1979, became one of the most brutal dictators in history with his goal of creating an agrarian communist society. Millions perished due to starvation, forced labor, and mass executions. He strongly opposed education and urban classes, banning technology. Death toll: between 1.5 and 2 million people were killed. Reasons for atrocities: Pol Pot believed that only by eliminating all signs of modern civilization could he create a pure agrarian communist society. 7. Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il, 1941 to 2011, the leader of North Korea from 1994 until his death, ruled through repression, propaganda, and complete control over the lives of his people. During his reign, North Korea faced a devastating famine that led to the deaths of millions. His policies turned North Korea into one of the most isolated and repressed societies in the world. Death toll: between 1.5 and 2.5 million people died due to famine and political repression. Reasons for atrocities: he implemented severe repression to maintain the dynastic dictatorship and prevent any changes. 6. Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein, 1937 to 2006, the dictator of Iraq from 1979 to 2003, is known for his brutal crimes. He was responsible for chemical attacks on the Kurdish people in Halabja, suppressing Shiites and invading Kuwait. The Iran-Iraq war that he initiated resulted in around 1 million deaths. Death toll: between 250,000 and 500,000 people were killed. Reasons for atrocities: his desire to maintain power and expand Iraq's influence led to brutal repression and violence against opponents and neighboring countries. 5. Heinrich Himmler. Heinrich Himmler, one of Adolf Hitler's closest associates and head of the SS, was responsible for executing the Holocaust and the murder of millions of Jews and other minorities. He orchestrated and implemented many of the Nazi atrocities. Death toll: approximately 6 million Jews and millions of others were killed during the Holocaust. Reasons for atrocities: Himmler was deeply committed to the racist ideology of Aryan superiority and was responsible for carrying out Hitler's genocidal policies. 4. Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin, 1878 to 1953, the leader of the Soviet Union from 1924 until his death, was responsible for massive purges and brutal policies that resulted in the deaths of millions. He used labor camps, gulags, and mass executions to suppress dissent. His deliberate famines also led to millions of deaths. Death toll: between 20 and 25 million people were killed. Reasons for atrocities: Stalin was focused on maintaining absolute power and implementing extreme communist ideology. 3. Leopold II of Belgium. Leopold II, King of Belgium from 1885 to 1908, was responsible for one of the most horrific periods of colonial exploitation in the Congo. He brutally exploited the natural resources of the region, leading to the enslavement and torture of the native Congolese people, resulting in millions of deaths. Death toll: approximately 10 million people died in the Congo due to his policies. Reasons for atrocities: His greed for wealth and natural resources drove him to commit widespread Adolf Hitler, 1889 to 1945, with his racist ideology, instigated World War II and was responsible for the deaths of millions. He orchestrated the Holocaust, in which 6 million Jews and millions of others were murdered. Death toll. Approximately 17 million people were directly killed in the Holocaust and other Nazi programs. Reasons for atrocities. His belief in racism and Aryan superiority was the main reason behind his crimes. 1. Vlad the Impaler. Vlad III, known as Vlad the Impaler or Dracula, was one of the most ruthless rulers in history, ruling Wallachia, present-day Romania, in the 15th century. He impaled his opponents and subjected them to the most brutal forms of torture and execution. Death toll. Between 40,000 and 100,000 people were killed by him. Reasons for atrocities. He used violence as a tool to maintain power and instill fear in his greeting at the end. Here's the revised version. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video all the way through. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like it and share your thoughts with us in the comments. And make sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss our future videos. Tell us, which character or part of this video had the biggest impact on you? And what character or element do you think could have been included in the video? Your feedback is so important to us and helps us improve our future content. Until the next video, take care and goodbye.